welcome back to The-Podiatrist TV. Chris here once again. Well, they really are at the forefront of technology here at The-Podiatrist, and here's a bit of kit which Managing Director Troy Parsons absolutely loves. Tell us about it.
So typically when we do running and walking analysis, we've relied on having two cameras. With this Zebris gait analysis system, it has 7,000 sensors in the belt, which gives us pressure and force information coupled with our visual analysis.
Which is huge for you guys.
Mate, it's massive. You're like this sort of technology you would normally see at the AIS, the Queensland Academy of Sport, universities and research institutions. To see it in private practice is pretty unique, and we love it because it gives us access to information that just previously we couldn't have before.
Right.
And so what it allows us to do is, look, we've got Marie, we've had a look at her run, and so what we're able to get is basically vision from behind, vision from the side, and also we can slow this down so we can start to see what's actually happening, where's the force going as Marie's running. If we go through frame by frame, we can see where the foot contacts. Is it heel first, is it the midfoot, is it the forefoot? And we can also see where the initial contact is, and so we can see if sometimes we push crossing over, which could be an indication of weakness through the hip and a lack of stability. So we can see here that as we're running, the red areas is very high pressure, and when we run, it's generally about 2 to 3 times our body weight going through one foot. So it's extreme amount of force and pressure. When we come back and have a look at our visual analysis, one of the things we love to be able to do here is if we draw a line down the middle, we can actually see that as Marie's running, both those feet are actually crossing that midline. And so again, what that indicates to us is a lack of stability through the hip, and we're actually crossing over. And so if we can actually working with the physios and giving specific examples, we strengthen what's happening at the hip. It means we have a much more even strike as we go through to propulsion. So that's a certain thing we look from when we're analysing things from behind.
And that obviously can make sure you don't get pain if you're not experiencing it already, save you in the long term, but also give you a more efficient stride, which makes you a better runner. Yeah,
absolutely. And a lot of the information that we get is actually from this view from the side. And you can see here, when we actually slow Marie's running, one of the things I like to look at is where the foot is actually recycling through here. And as Marie's going through, we actually want to look and see how high is that leg going as it's recycling through. Now the higher that gets, the more efficient we are. So one of the cues I'll be looking at with Marie is actually driving through with the knee, which causes a higher recycle rate, which leads to greater efficiency. Other things we'll look at is what's happening with Marie with her arm carry. And if we just cycle through now, we'll see with Marie's arms, they really kind of go out to the side and almost behind her, which causes a lot of twisting force as she runs, which again leads to a degree of inefficiency. Like, Marie's a very nice runner and a very accomplished runner, but there are small tweaks that we can make. The other thing we'd have a look at here is what's actually happening at the pelvis as Marie runs. And you can see that there is a drop as she gets into single leg stance. There's a drop on each side, which again indicates weakness through the core and weakness through the gluteal muscles.
A lot of pressure on either side.
That's right, which again leads to a decreased efficiency, decreased performance, and a higher chance of injury. So this allows us to see things we wouldn't normally see.
Huge.
And then, like I say, when we couple that with the force and pressure data, the great thing is we actually can now generate reports which breaks this down so it's very easy to understand, and we can start to look at asymmetry, so you can see that Marie's left foot loads a lot more than her right foot. We can look at asymmetry, but look at stride length. Is her stride length the same? Are the feet rotated in and out? How long is she on contact on one foot compared to the other? And make those small 1% tweaks that have a significant impact on her performance.
So huge.
Whether it's someone like Marie who is a competitive triathlete, or someone just doing a park run, or someone just trying to do their first 5K, there's things that we want to look at to try and help improve performance, improve efficiency, and certainly get them out of pain.
Give us a real life example of like a casual runner wants to get better at the park run or something like that. Give us an idea of how you've improved someone's run with this technology, I suppose.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people come in and they actually don't enjoy running because it's just uncomfortable.
Sure.
They're always battling, and they're always
I should.
And I just don't really enjoy it. So we'll get them in here, and break down what's happening as they're running and give them 1, 2, maybe 3 points to focus on. We may have the treadmill set at 10 k's an hour, and as they're running, all of a sudden it's getting too slow. We need to speed the treadmill up, and straight away they can see the difference.
Yeah.
So they go away, give them 1 or 2 or 3 things to focus on. They go away and practice that, come back and we'll reanalyse. And there were times where people coming back saying, look, I've just done 10 k's and I've shaved a couple of minutes off my time. I've done the park run. Instead of suffering, I'm actually completing it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
And so rather than just trying to complete it, I'm actually doing it and trying to better my time previously. So there's a lot of gratification in that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people have stroke correction and learn how to swim. People have cycling advice and prescription around how to set up bikes, etc. But to run, people just assume you can run, and everyone just finds their natural way. But that's not to say we can't improve that. And just there's small little tweaks that can have profound results on something that's an incredibly taxing activity, and everyone does it.
I think this is amazing because we're already learning how much you guys bring to the table in terms of overall healthcare. I had no idea you had the capacity to do something like this. It's amazing.
And also too, we talk about the runners, but we use this a lot even when we're looking at people walking and where the pressure and the force is going, to look at how we need to adjust how they walk. What do we need to do perhaps with an orthotic to improve the alignment of their feet? What's happening at the leg, the knee, the hip, and identifying what is the cause of the problems and addressing that. So whether someone is just getting pain like standing, walking, or even athletes like Marie running, it's just a tremendous tool for us that we love using, and it allows us to do our job well beyond what we thought we'd ever be able to do.
So we might give Marie a break. That's all we have time for on the Podiatrist TV this week. We'll see you next time.